Welcome, church. My name is Joan Stevenson. I'm the Children's Ministry Director here at North Coast Calvary Chapel, and today's great verse is Mark 2:17. On hearing this, Jesus said, "It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but the sinners." What is Jesus talking about? Well, it reminds me a little bit about driving here in Southern California. Everybody tends to think of themselves as a pretty good driver, and then if it rains or they get caught in a weird situation driving, everybody thinks everybody else is a bad driver but themselves. And Jesus had been having this meal with tax collectors and sinners, and the teachers of the law caught wind of this, and they're like, doesn't he know you're not supposed to do that? Doesn't he know that they're sinners? And Jesus was kind of inviting the teachers of the law to see things from a different perspective. It reminds me of when my son was in about fourth grade and he had gotten home before me from the day at school where I had been substitute teaching. And I walk in the door, he's got chocolate all around his mouth. I said, "Hey, how you doing? How was your day? Did you have a snack or something to drink?" And he's like, no, nothing to eat, nothing to drink. I said, why don't you go in the bathroom and look in the mirror and then come back and tell me what you see? And he hung his head because he realized he was caught. He realized after he looked in the mirror that he could see the chocolate and I could as well. And I think that's what Jesus is doing in this scripture. He's inviting the teachers of the law to look in the mirror, to realize that it's not just other people who have problems with sin, but to look at themselves. You see, the teachers of the law would be what our world could consider really good people. They did all the right things. They gave to charity. They helped and volunteered with great causes. And all of those things were good. But none of those things excluded them from the category of sinner. Sinners is just a category because we all have fallen short of the glory of God. We have all done things, seen things, said things that we shouldn't have and are not following Jesus's ways. And Jesus was inviting them to see things just a little differently. Instead of seeing themselves as better than these people that Jesus had been having a meal with, what if we flipped it and looked in the mirror, and instead of pointing to the people out there, we looked at ourselves and said, God, what is the thing that I need to do so that I can come and have freedom from sin, like you're offering to the tax collectors and sinners? So church, I invite you to look in the mirror, not in a mean-spirited way, but to know that Jesus wants to bring you salvation and freedom, and to allow yourself to let God bring to mind the things that you need to confess to him so that you can have freedom and enjoy God in this new year. Have a great day, church.